Tiny Home on Wheels. In this episode, I use this AI result as a reference for tiny home design, where I describe the stage of construction to interior design in my version. First of all, we need to prepare a tiny house chassis with good quality and high durability, and the physical condition of this element is quite good because this element is the main foundation of a tiny house which will support the load on it. We need to prepare wood as a base for the bottom of the floor and also a series of columns, arrangement of wooden beams under the floor with a grid system to strengthen the tiny house floor. After that, we need to arrange the column frame according to the tiny house envelope design in the reference we have chosen. Next, we make the slope of the roof frame around 20 degrees. This slope tends to match the slope in the tiny house reference. Next, we place the door and window elements together with making the main frame of this tiny house to ensure that the door and window element receive their own reinforcement from some of the tiny house frame element. Next, we make an additional frame on the terrace in front of the entrance. This frame includes a small terrace canopy frame, terrace floor frame, and also built-in outdoor table element with a terrace frame and canopy. Next, there needs to be reinforcement at several points of the columns which function as supports for attic. In this context, there are two attics, therefore we need to determine the attic position where column reinforcement is needed. Installation of tiny house setting consists of foam which function as insulation for semi-temporary residential house like this. Building insulation plays a role in maintaining the humidity of the indoor space towards the outdoor space. Next, there needs to be a layer of waterproof paper, a layer of panel board, and the outermost part is the siding panel. On the inside, after the siding panel layer, it can be covered with interior panels according to the occupant taste and the concept of the tiny house. On the roof, there is a roof border element that function as a repellent for rainwater runoff so that it does not seep into the tiny house building. Apart from the roof, we also need border trim at each corner of the tiny house exterior to be a sweeping element for the corner of the exterior building according to existing reference, as well as to act as a lock between the siding panel materials meeting at each corner of the tiny house. On the terrace, we need to add a stair trap for access to the terrace to facilitate the mobility of residents from outside the building, as well as additional cover for the terrace canopy frame to make it look neat. This is an interior idea that I made based on the shape of this tiny house. At the entrance, there is a foyer with a cabinet and shelf on the walls and also space for placing a small sofa. In the next section is a small kitchen and dining table area which also has a sharing wardrobe for two occupants. At the top, there are two attics which can accommodate up to a queen-size bed. The bathroom and toilet is located under the attic at the back. What do you think about the tiny house concept ideas that I made this time? Please write in the comments column for discussion, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. And thank you for watching this video until the end, and we will meet again in the next content, and bye bye.